Okay, hi folks, how are you? Hope all is good. So for lesson 2, what you're going to do is I'm going to give you a task to take some pictures, some close-up pictures using your camera phone around your house, around your home. The idea of this is to create some really interesting patterns or shapes that you could use at a later date as a background for a poster or a postcard or a leaflet, or just as an interesting photo shoot for your sketchbook. So we're going to look at pattern and shape. That's the kind of the focus. You're going to need to download an app, and the app is called PicCollage. You can see just there on my phone, PicCollage, and you can get it from the App Store. I've included that in the email I've sent you. You get it on the Play Store and the App Store. It's completely free. There are ads on there which are a bit annoying, but we can cope with that, that's fine. So first thing you need to do is to take some photographs. So I've been around my house and just taken some photographs of things like the corner of doorways, music stand, picture frames, tiles in the bathroom, in the kitchen, etc, etc. And I've got a range of images you can see on my phone. I've got like a mat there. I've got some kind of the pattern in a wooden table, a drawer kind of handle, the bed kind of railings. That's of a bulb in a light. I found that taking pictures of lights that are on is quite interesting. That's of a lampshade, and the tile. I've taken the picture of it's like a cross, very close up, a picture of a socket, and so on and so forth. What you've got to do is be careful when you're taking the photographs that they are clear. So when you take the photograph, you're going to have to check it to make sure that it's in focus. That's just a wooden bowl, but I've taken a picture of the edge. So we're looking at creating shapes. Okay, that's kind of a grid of the tiles. I've taken a couple of pictures of the tiles in my kitchen. That's quite a nice one. The handle on a bread bin, but it creates this quite unique, quite nice pattern. You would not tell that was a handle. It almost looks like an abstract kind of shape, abstract form. So that's what you're looking for. You're looking for interesting shapes, interesting abstract forms, patterns, shapes. Okay, so be careful when you're taking the photographs. Just be careful to make sure that don't get too close, because your phone camera might not be able to deal with something very close. It might just blur the image. So you've got to be really careful with your camera. Hold it very still, take the photo, and then go into your photo camera roll and just check the photo. You might want to crop them later if you want to. You can see that I'm very deliberately positioning this image so that it's in the center of my frame. Other things, just the edge of a doorway, but that creates quite a nice kind of L shape of white there, and you've got the corner of the doorway as well, and that right angled line. That's quite an interesting shape. That's actually 2 lamps, one in the foreground and one in the distance. But again, you wouldn't necessarily tell that. It just creates these nice shapes and patterns. When you've taken a load of photographs, I would say at least 20 if you can. You can see they're all on my camera roll there. This is a very interesting one. I took that's of a light bulb. When I got close to the light bulb with the camera, obviously just be careful of your eyes, don't stare into the light, but when I got close, it causes this pattern to appear on the screen of my camera, so I captured that. That's quite an interesting image. So you've got a camera roll full of cool, interesting shapes and patterns. So what you then do is you go into your PicCollage app, Now there might be other apps that you can use which you already have, which you know which do this, the same thing, but I find this app works really well. So I'm going to go into PicCollage, get started, and then it just takes me into my camera roll. You can see I'm going to take some other interesting photos as well for another project. It takes me into the camera roll, and then I just select the pictures that I want. You can select up to 20. I would say maybe do 8 or 10 at a time. Maybe 20 is too many. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then top corner here, there's a number with a green bar with a tick on it. Just touch that, and then it kind of throws the pictures out onto a page. And then you've got all these settings. So we're going to play with the settings a bit. So we're going to use a grid. So I want you to go to grid, and then select a grid from down below here. And you can play around with this. That's quite a nice one. It's still got quite. You can still see each image quite well. It has rearranged and changed the image slightly. So what you can do, you can touch on the images, and you can edit them. And so if you basically touch it, I'll do that again. So you touch on an image, and then it brings up that little pencil. Touch it again, and you get all these settings. Now I'm just going to go to fill, and what it does is it makes the image a little bit smaller, so it fills that space a little nicer. And then you can actually pull the images down. And what I want to do is align that image up into the centre there, because that's quite a nice image. It's important that one's centred. Other images, it doesn't matter too much if they're not centred or not. You still get the same effect. This one here of the tile, I want to move that along a bit so I can see that line at the side, because that was hidden. So once you've arranged your images how you want them, that's it. Basically, you click on or you touch done, and then you avoid all the remove watermark ads, and you have to pay for that. So you want to use free, and then save to my library, or save to library, and that saves it to your camera roll. Okay, so then I'll go to my camera roll, and I go and find that image. There it is at the bottom of my camera roll. Touch on that, and there it is. Okay, and it's as easy as that. So what I'd like you to do is create maybe 2 or 3 of those, and then what I would like you to do is upload them to your OneDrive folder. I'll create another folder for you. This lesson is called Pattern and Shape, and put those images into the pattern shape, and then I can go and have a look at them and pick them out and add them to the blog, so we can see what everyone else has been up to. These tasks, these lessons are designed to create images that you will use at a later date. So don't think that we're doing this just as a quick exercise. It is obviously good to get used to using your phone and get to using some of the tools on your phone that will become useful to you in the future. And we will use some of these images in the future to create some designs, some posters or images, whatever. So also upload all of the separate images as well. So if you go into OneDrive, you go to the folder, you go to upload, and then all of the images, all the photos you've taken, plus your PicCollage. It's very important you do the PicCollage first and upload that as well, so I can put that on the blog. Okay, thanks guys, I hope everything's going okay. Happy snapping, goodbye.